Why do we read the Bible in detail? This is the most fundamental question. Let me ask you this. The reason why you are trying to read the Bible in detail, is it simply because of your logical curiosity, or is it to fear the Lord? Do you just read it as a hobby, or is it out of your genuine thankful heart? And is it because you want to be used by God more, or is it because you want to know more and boast more? We must have the right mindset about this matter. Why am I trying to learn the Bible in detail? It's not for others, but it really is for my blessing. See? Sometimes I meet this type of people. Pastor, although I do not read the Bible, I'm perfectly fine. Why is he perfectly fine? There are two reasons. One, that person does not have a heart to receive a bigger blessing. He does not expect more from God. Second, he is being ignorant, not knowing how grave danger he is in right now. He will fall as time goes by, completely. The reason why they think they're fine is because the temptation they have for now seem not that difficult to overcome. They think coming to church on Wednesday and Sundays will perfectly guard them. But when the Satan attacks strong, he will fall miserably. When sin enters into his life, he will be helplessly entangled by it. Just like the verse, and our iniquities like the wind have taken us away, it will take him away like the strong wind. And at one point, he will find himself in the den of sins. And we must have this heart, eagerly wanting to receive more blessing from the Lord. However, those people do not have that kind of heart. Psalms talk about three blessings in particular. Psalms 32:1, blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered. And Psalms chapter 1 verse 1, blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful. And Psalms 41 verse 1, blessed is he who considers the poor, the Lord will deliver him in time of trouble. So the blessings God told us are, first, the receiving of the salvation, second, learning his word in his church, and third, saving other souls. To do so, to save other souls, and to establish other souls, there's one condition. There's one condition God suggested us. You must be rich first. You must be rich in your spirit. And what is the way for that? This is how we do so. John chapter 13 verse 17, if you know these things, blessed are you if you do them. Philippians 4:9, the things which you learned and received and heard and saw in me, these do, and the God of peace will be with you. Revelation 1:3, blessed is he who reads and those who hear the words of this prophecy. Who can understand the Bible correctly? The person who lives like the Bible, the biblical person, they can understand Bible correctly. The Bible was written in small rooms or chambers, right? Such as Paul's epistles. They were all written in prison and in the middle of persecution and hardships. So when you preach and experience persecution because of that, you will understand the heart of Paul. Just like that, the greatest blessing comes when you live like the Bible. To all the Israelites who came out from the land of Egypt, this is important, did God tell those Israelites who came out from the land of Egypt to dwell in the wilderness or to enter into the land of Canaan? Why did God command them to enter into the land of Canaan? Why? As long as you're out from the authority of Egypt, then you're good, no? Why did God command them to conquer the Canaan? Because so many good things are prepared in the land of Canaan, you know? Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 7 to 9. For the Lord your God is bringing you into a good land, a land of brooks of water, of fountains and springs that flow out of valleys and hills, a land of wheat and barley, of vines and fig trees and pomegranates, a land of olive oil and honey, a land in which you will eat bread without scarcity, in which you will lack nothing, a land whose stones are iron and out of whose hills you can dig copper. God is telling the Israelites to conquer everything in that land because the land has so many treasures. It is the land of fruit and land of promise. Wilderness does not have any springs or the brook of water or pomegranate or nothing. However, the land of Canaan has springs and flow of water, and there will be fig and pomegranate. No one will starve. It is the land of treasure, gold, silver, and copper to make weapons as well. Conquer it, God is telling them. The land of Canaan has east, west, south, and north, right? Look at this photo, everyone. If you see this, there's north and south, and there's sea and the river, and mountains, hills, and flatlands as well. It is the land of abundance. But the tribes of Canaan are dwelling there. God is telling them to enter here and step on them, conquer it. Since there are a lot of treasures, go and conquer them, God is telling to Israelites. That's why God told them to go and conquer, because it is the land of treasure. There is a land of treasure that God has prepared for us these days. That is the Bible. The Bible contains the food for our souls, all the nutritions to bear the fruits. There's no lack in it. In the Bible, the river flows. The river of grace, the river of love, and the river of hope. That's why the person who's friendly with the Bible has hope, love, and peace in them. You do not thirst. The Bible is full of treasure. We must excavate them. There is weapons to fight against Satan. That's why we must conquer the whole Bible. Conquer. But the Bible, it is the gathering of 66 books from Genesis to Revelation, right? Just like the land of Canaan has all four sides, west, east, south, and north, the Bible too, from first page to the last page. Read in detail. Then I would not be ashamed when I look into all your commandments, David said. And there is the high hills and flatlands also. There are some parts difficult to conquer, and there are some parts quite easy to conquer. In the Bible, there are some words hard to hold on to and keep. But at the same time, there are easier parts, easy to apply. So try to apply that first and then move on step by step. Caleb said this to God, "Give me this mountain." And he conquered it, and his glory was huge. We also need to have the same heart. Oh, I will try to keep this word, at least, no matter what. Something like that. You need to have this goal. What does it mean to step on and conquer? Strike the flesh that is working against your spirit, kill the 7 abominations in your heart, and live like the Bible and conquer it. So live a life of obedience and try to walk in the path which is really hard to walk. Try to hold on to the verse and earnestly pray. Sometimes difficult words, sometimes easy words. Try to hold on to it. East, west, south, and north. Life in workplace, life in your house, life in the church, and relationship with neighbors. All these advices are in the Bible all around. So carve those words deep into your hearts and live by them and apply them. So God is telling us that the Bible is the land of treasures, and the treasures that's all for our souls. So we must go and conquer. Later, when you become the rich in spirit, when the words get applied to your heart, you can share that with others. In the world, when rich give out money, the balance will be lesser and lesser in his bank, right? But the Bible, the more you give out, the more abundantly you will be compensated. A person who's saved tells a person who is not saved to be saved. And after receiving salvation, a person tries to live like a Bible. For example, about sins, about improper relationship, if Bible tells us to cut it out, we cut it out. Try to hold on to the verses like flee from the youthful lust and fully determined to be closer to the Word, since the Word is our guardian. And then this person will realize, oh, this really, really works. And he or she can live his successful Christian life. Let's say one person has fallen into sin, sexual immorality or something like that. we will let him know that if you keep staying this way, you won't be able to crawl out. Let's say someone's family members did not receive salvation and this brother or sister is discouraged. If they meditate on the words, abide in me and I in you, that becomes his consolation. So God will listen to the prayer in the perfect timing. We can console one another and we can give advices to one another. So let's keep praying together and let's keep reading together. This one man named Zechariah, the father of John the Baptist, right? Elizabeth's husband, they were old, but they did not have a child. But they kept walking in the law, the proper way of God. In the perfect timing, God gave them John the Baptist. Read and determine to yourself, oh, I will live like this also. I will walk in a proper path and I will receive God's blessing also. So, if we truly meditate on those words and if we truly excavate those treasures in the Bible, then we will be able to apply everything in our lives. And if we experience that, we can truly give a heartfelt testimonies and that will touch others and that will change others and that will inspire other brothers and sisters. So this is an eternal asset.